You know, power levels used to kind of mean something in Dragon Ball, right? You look back in the Saiyan saga, those scouters gave us a sense of scale, right? In regards to who was strong, who wasn't, and how far Goku had come. But over time, those numbers started to lose their meaning because Goku stopped being someone you could really measure. Like when he first met him as a kid, when we met him as a kid in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, depending on when you started watching, Goku's power obviously comes from curiosity. He fights to learn, not to dominate. I talked about that in my last video. Every opponent from Master Roshi to Tien to Piccolo has essentially been a teacher for Goku. His growth isn't about reaching a number. It's always been about expanding his limits. We've talked about that. And it's never changed, even when the universe around him does. And I talked about that in the previous video. I'll have that linked in regards to Goku's adaptation and awareness constantly like on a 24/7 clock, right? But by the time we hit the Saiyan saga and Dragon Ball Z, the Scouter says Goku's power level is obviously over 8,000, which the meme is really 9K. We get it. 9,000. But back then, that sounded impossible. It was like, whoa, 9,000. That's got to be pretty significant, right? But in reality, what really made it powerful, it wasn't just the number. It was what it represented in that time, that moment. That Goku had actually surpassed that limit, his own limits. He had shattered the system itself. I mean, Vegeta was so frustrated he broke his scouter and realized these things are essentially rendered useless. Goku proved that power levels were never really a fixed scale. They were just a mindset, you know what I mean? If someone wants to say maybe a measuring stick, sure, but they were never meant to be a ceiling or a cap. That was not really the initial intention. And that's why Frieza and his men relied on them, because Frieza believed strength could be contained by numbers. And obviously Goku broke that illusion, hence why Frieza is still hell-bent on his revenge on Son Goku to this very day. He made the entire concept obsolete. And you can imagine how earth-shattering, how universe-shattering that can be for someone that has literally lived their entire life with a completely different mindset. They quite literally cannot accept the difference. You know what I mean? So every stage of Goku's life after that has proved that Super Saiyan wasn't just a new level of strength, that was obviously a new awareness of emotion. And he tapped into that after seeing such horrible things happen on planet Namek. Super Saiyan 3 wasn't just endurance, it was actually pure willpower, the ability to fight even when Goku's body was still technically falling apart. And when Goku reached Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue later on in the series, his power then started to reflect a different kind of growth, spiritual control. Listen to that, spiritual control, energy discipline. Okay, it's not just about ki, but being able to manage and have better ki. It's the same philosophy most of us probably are going through our lives in different ways, right? Trying to harness, trying to keep everything contained, locked down, right? It can be easy or hard depending on where you're at and the environment that you exist in. So for Goku, he's gone through this, he's achieved these levels, but still not there, right? And you look at by the time he actually gets to unlocking Ultra Instinct, right? Power levels don't really exist anymore at this point, and we've known that. But you can't really quantify the stillness level of it. You can't measure the instinct, okay? That's like the point that Goku essentially has transcended the idea of strength as something linear. His power is now dynamic. It bends with him. It evolves with Goku's state of mind. Whatever he wants to achieve, he's going to find a way to do it. You know what I mean? I think Vegeta is a character that still, in the midst of all of his development and all of his growth, he is not just going to do anything and everything to achieve power. He is still going to go about it in his own way, just like maybe Gohan and some of the other characters are. Goku is that character that, hey, even if this feels a bit goofy and stupid, I'm going to do it if it gets the job done. That's who he has been since the beginning. And that's what we talk about when it's that his power evolves and bends with him, okay? It's not in a straight linear line that you can measure. And that's obviously what separates him from everyone else in the series. And Goku is able to do that by letting go. And it's why he can lose one day and then be stronger by the next, right? His power isn't just stored, okay, guys? It's really a response. He learns, he adapts, and he grows in ways no one could ever really capture. That's what I mean. It's his adaptation, to be willing to adapt and to go through essentially anything in order to become stronger and in order to learn how to harness and manifest and control that power and said strength in a bigger way. It's really deep when you think about it, man. Like, if you were to meet someone like Goku in person, if you don't know someone like a Goku in your life, Someone that is that grounded in who they are, but is so powerful to that point. You know what I mean? They're not looking for a bad fight or an unnecessary fight. They're looking to push their limits. They're looking to help someone else push their limits. Think about it. It's very hard to find people of that caliber on that level with that type of dedication. There are plenty of people that come close, but Goku's it's nonstop. He does nothing else. He is a martial artist to his core and nothing else, right? So when fans get on YouTube or they're on X or something else or Instagram and they're arguing about whether Goku's stronger than Beerus or Jiren or whoever's next, they're like missing the entire point. Goku's greatest transformation is realizing that his power is not really about being above others. It's about understanding his limits, his capabilities, and most importantly, himself. And you know what's funny? One of my football coaches back when I was a freshman in high school told me that we were doing some plays and I was trying to focus on my job. My teammates were a little bit too concerned with what I was doing, and my coach was like, "Hey, worry about yourself out there. Everybody's got a job to do." And eventually, once we started doing that, we started playing better together as a team. Everybody had to figure out what their job was, do their job properly, and then that's what makes the whole machine operate, right? So Goku takes that philosophy really, really, really to his core, and I think still some fans forget about that in the midst of arguments. That's just my thoughts and my research. You guys feel free to let me know yours in the comment section below if you agree, and if you have maybe some different points or perspectives on this, I would love to hear that in the comment section below. As always, stay tough, stay strong, stay in the fight. I'm there with you all the way, brother. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. Skywalker and Striker, sign out. Goodbye.